What's up, everybody? It's the homie Truth Teller, the street reporter, and a lot of people be asking me about the drill culture. A lot of people are always saying, Truth, we see you doing the interviews and you're bringing us close to the drill culture, but bring us back to the board. It's a lot of things that happen that we need to figure out the information. And I understand that. I've been listening to it. Today we got a topic that a lot of people been asking me about for about the last week. You know, a lot of people been saying, Truth, bring 800LilFatz, bring 800LilTwon to the board. Give us an understanding of what happened. To be honest with you, this is an open case, so we kind of got to talk about this slightly, walk the needle kind of lightly, to be honest with you, because we're not going to play the police games. We're not going to indict these guys. These guys are claiming that they're innocent, so we're not going to put them in the boat and do the police job, because sometimes they be quick to rush the shit, but we got to be transparent. I understand they're part of the drill culture, but I got to be transparent and give you the news as it's trending. So today we're going to take 800LilFatz, okay, 800LilFatz, and we're going to take LilTwon to the board today. I didn't really have a lot of information on these guys, but I actually had an opportunity to interview 800LilFatz. 800LilTwon was actually there with us too in the interview. I got an opportunity to speak with him. He didn't really speak on camera as much, but I got a chance to feel their temperament, kind of understand the volume of their voice, to know where they're coming from, you know. When I did my research on these guys, I'm not gonna lie, everything led to a lot of gang banging, to be honest with you. You know, I understand that at the end of the day, it was rap too, but the rap sometimes portray the street shit. So I noticed that they were rappers and they were into a lot of gang banging. You know, when I look at 800 videos, you can feel the authenticity in that shit. It kind of felt like they was really in the street about that shit, you know? But then again, I have spoke with people who said that this is the internet. Don't be fooled by this shit. Sometimes the internet get these guys characters, and sometimes the internet start believing in these characters, and these are really good guys who live in the community. And I was also told that these niggas was no play player, and they was about the blick and this shit, to be honest with you, you know. Gotta be transparent and give you the information. I noticed a lot of things too that, you know, 800LilFatz was involved in a lot of op shit, you know. There was a lot of lives, and I seen them on Instagram live, and a lot of internet shit involving them getting into it with people, walking around communities looking for that bullshit, you know. I'm not gonna lie. And I noticed a lot of shit like them involved in a lot of rap beefs and shit like that. I noticed they were from 800, so I thought that was kind of like BDs and shit, but talking to them, I realized that it was like Mickey Cobras and shit. So not only is it might be BDs, it's MCs. That's what Fats told me specifically. Had a chance to interview him. I noticed that he was taking this rap shit serious, so I seen him with a lot of rap videos and shit. I seen he was linked to a lot of street shit. So to be honest with you, a lot of shit that involved 800 was kind of like bad energy, to be honest with you. And I'm not sure if it was because of just strictly them, or, you know, the internet sometimes bring perception to reality. What you see on the internet, you start believing and shit like that. But according to the police, man, a couple of weeks ago in Chicago, okay, this is what the police saying. They're claiming that LilFatz, LilTwon, and two other people, okay, were riding in a car, a stolen car, okay? This is what the police is accusing. They were riding in a stolen car. 800LilFatz, LilTwon, two other people was riding in a stolen car. Early in the morning, they seen like some armored truck people loading an ATM up inside of Bank America. I believe that Bank America was located, if I'm not mistaken, it was located on the 200 block of, I believe, West 83rd, if I'm not mistaken, okay? This is where the robbery happened at. A 46-year-old lady, according to the police, 4 people pulled up in a stolen sedan. 2 people got out the car, ran up on the, you know, the area where they was loading the ATM and shit like that. according to the police reports. And I looked through the police reports. I looked through CBS local news, NBC local news. I spoke with people who claim to know the situation, and I also looked in the official paperwork. So I feel like I got a small temperament. The police is claiming that Twan, LilFatz, and 2 other people were in a stolen car when they ran into the 200 block of West 83rd. Some armored truck guards were loading an ATM. 2 people got out that sedan and approached those people. They upped the blick. Next thing you know, they got the blick in. They pulled the blick out. People got the blick in and shit like that, right? That 46-year-old guard was shot multiple times. I believe she was hit 6 times. She was killed. Partner was hit multiple times. Still fighting for the life. It was another armored truck guard, but they stayed inside the car. Wasn't hurt. Okay? According to the police, a couple hours later, okay? It doesn't stop there. According to the police, now this is the part where it gets kind of creepy and shit like that, okay? According to the police, it was a Boost Mobile store robbed a couple hours later. I believe on Saginaw. So the police is claiming that it was a robbery at a Boost Mobile. The guy in the Boost Mobile was held down, forced in the back. He couldn't open up the safe, so they got away with phones and other things like that. Okay? The police is claiming 1 hour later, they get a call, okay? This shit's starting to get even more crazier. They get a call that it's been a shooting and it's bodies inside of a car on 87th and Saginaw, I believe. So when they get there, they find 2 bodies slumped inside of a car. Okay? This way it get fishy. According to the police report, witnesses seen 2 people jump out of this car with weapons and run into this apartment building. They get to run into this apartment building, okay? They call the police while these people don't know that they're in an apartment building. The police comes, okay? They follow, they goes in that building, according to the police. When they get in that building, they claim that they see Boost mobile phones, Boost phones. They find guns and weapons, and the shells from them guns match the shells from the casings of the shooting of those 2 men in that car and shooting of that armored truck guard. The police arrest LilFatz and LilTwon and accuse them of shooting an armored truck guard and killing her, wounding her partner, messing her partner all up, going back, having an argument with their accomplices, and murdering their 2 accomplices. And that's the story that the police is sticking to. Sounds very crazy. That's why I tell you, my conclusion ain't really nobody else's conclusion, but it's things I want to speak on this because I had an opportunity to speak with LilFatz. And I don't want to seem like I'm turning on nobody or nothing like that because remember, I wasn't there. But I want to be honest, and there's things we got to speak about with this. You know, sometimes, you know, I know this might sound crazy. I'm not taking up for nobody, but we got to pray for our young people out here, man. Because they might be thinking different. They hear shit different. They see shit different. You know what I'm saying? For some strange reason, to want to rob an armored truck, you know, some movie shit was a red flag there, you know. This is the type of shit you got to plan for weeks ahead of time, months ahead of time, years ahead of time. This not no spur of the moment type of shit you can do. Shit might go left. You know, that's one thing that kind of threw me off with that shit. Another thing is, you know, an innocent woman working a job, 9 to 5, trying to make a living for herself and her family, and she get murdered. They hit her with the switches and shit like that, you know. And you don't really stand a fighting chance nowadays because they got switches on these guns. Back in the day, you get blicked up, you might get fucked up and be walking funny and be messed up. Nowadays, you get hit, you instantly die because it got switches. You done got hit 9 times. So somebody's working, trying to take care of their family and lose their life. This ain't like a person was trying to arrest you or did something to you or got in your business. Motherfucker minding their own business, working a 9 to 5, lose their job. I find that shit heinous, you know. According to the police, you know, if they crashed out like that, that's crazy, to be honest with you, you know. But at the same token, for some strange reason, I got a heart and I be feeling sad for these young guys who crash out like that, you know. Especially when you do something in your 20s and you got to pay for it in your 60s, you know. My mind wasn't the right type of mind when I was 22, especially now in the era of the social media and shit like that. you know, it'd be crazy out here. But to take somebody's life, you know, and then, you know, the shit they saying with their homeboy kind of feel a little snakish, you know, if that's what's really going on, you know. But sometimes, you know, the pressure get to you like that. This is a sad situation. Remember, these guys are innocent. You know, we cannot convict them through the internet. We're not going to convict nobody on YouTube. We're not going to do it. But at the same token, we're going to hold our freeze on this one too. You know, we need a little more information on this one, you know. But I'm not going to lie, this is crazy. I think a lot of people can learn from this, you know. You cannot crash out here, man, because it'd be hard to get back from that crash out here, you know. We got to pray for our youth, man, on some real shit. Pray for the youth, because I keep telling people, they hear shit different, they see shit different, you know, they be on some spur of the moment shit, and it's crazy. And I tell people, you know, God will forgive you for this, you know. You might not get forgiven on this earth, you know. You might get forgiven when you get up there, but you messed up while you're living down here. But, you know, forgiving is forgiving. And I tell people this, if you want to chill with your family when you pass and get to the other side, it depends on how you live when you're out here living now, you know. Don't be out here just taking advantage of life, and then you die, you go downstairs, you can't be up there with your family. You're going to have all your enemies hanging with you, kids, and playing with your kids, throwing football to your son in heaven and all kind of stuff, because they did some of the right stuff and you didn't do nothing right. So don't let that go over your head. I appreciate the love. Keep your donations to yourself. It's hard out here. You ain't got no time to be digging your hand in your pocket, giving it to me. The weather changing. It ain't got cold as hell outside. You got to go get them kids some scud caps. You got to go get them some new hoodies to put underneath them jackets. You feel me? You ain't got no time to be giving rid of they little lunchable money and shit, giving it to me. I'm a grown man. I'll find a way. You want to support me, you hit that like button. Bing. When you do that, it make my videos grow, and a lot of people be able to see them. We're going to get back to the board, too. A lot of people been asking me, man. So we're going to try to drop 2 board videos a day. We need more information for the people to understand, because a lot of shit didn't happen in the drill culture since we left the board. So I appreciate the love. It's the homie Truth Teller, the Street Reporter. Bleh, 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 bleh.